YouTube world, we're back at it once again. It is your main man, Animalz07. First time you get to see the beautiful face. Right now, we're about to do a Animals Talks Pro Wrestling, basically. Topics that will be discussed tonight will be the Royal Rumble 2016. Thoughts, the lead up to it, who should win, what do we think will happen, what's the best outcome for WrestleMania 32 in Dallas, Texas. We are also going to review what is the greatest Royal Rumble. And we are going to look at WWE's new signings and what does that mean for the company and for the people who are being signed or rumored to be signed. We will leave it at that for now. I got two special guests with me. First, let me introduce my main man from New York City, Mr. Nelson Balla. What's going on, good sir?
Yeah, what's up, man? Spinoff coming soon from the Animals show, whatever you're calling it. You know what I mean? Look out for that, guys.
And next, we got my main man, Angel, also from New York City. Say what's up to the people. Is he not moving?
I don't know.
Yeah, what up, what up?
Okay, there it goes. Got a little bit of a delay.
It'd be great to
First
talk
time
about
using this, so
WWE,
forgive us.
wrestling in general.
No doubt. So, how long have you guys been
Yep.
watching wrestling for? Let the people know a little bit about yourselves.
Man, since I came out the womb, man. I was born during the Attitude Era, so
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Who's your favorite wrestler? Let the people know.
Like, of all time or currently?
Go ahead. We can do both.
Well, of all time, it has to be Triple H, because he was the man growing up, you know, he was like the coolest shit, man. If I can say that, I don't know. It's a PG show. But, alright.
Free country.
And then now I think it's my man, Dean Ambrose, man. You know what I mean? He has to get that title soon, yeah.
Most definitely. Angel, who you got?
Yeah. All the bears like Scratchy, you know that.
I guess he's having technical difficulty. So we'll come back to him. All right. So we'll get started real quick. The first thing we're going to talk about is the Royal Rumble 2016. How do you guys feel about the lead up to it so far? I mean, they did the Roman Reigns wins the title real quick. They did it maybe to boost some ratings. How do you feel about the show overall for Raw? I mean, how's the lead up for the Royal Rumble so far?
I mean, it's interesting, man. They said Big Show is going to start it off. I like to see where they're going to go with that. Maybe he might get the first couple of eliminations. You know what I mean? Kind of do like how CM Punk, when he got in there, he was just tossing dudes out. And I think that was the 2010, maybe? When he was straight at Society.
Yeah, when the group were jumping people and throwing them out, I remember that.
Yeah. I think they might do something like that with the Big Show being number one. Just feed him a couple of jobs. Get them tossed out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's interesting,
Angel?
man.
What do you think of the build-up so far for the Royal Rumble? If you've been able to catch Raw recently.
I mean, should be pretty interesting seeing how Heath Slater and like Curtis Axel plays in it, you know.
That new group.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, should be pretty surprising, especially since instead of it being a chance to main event WrestleMania, it's gonna actually be for the world title. Like, it's gonna be pretty good. Like, I don't know. I guess it should be. I say who won. Like, cause to me, like the last 2 years, it was like pretty predictable. So now it's kind of interesting.
I mean, yeah, it's real tough to say what's been an actual good Royal Rumble. To me, they haven't done one that had me kind of pretty hyped about it since 2009. I mean, there's a couple that I like. I mean, we'll go over that in the greatest Rumbles, I guess. They've been doing all right. The build for the Rumble, though, I do like the fact now that the world title's on the line with Roman Reigns, and he has to basically fight to keep the belt. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
That adds a lot more hype to it, being that the title's on the line this time.
Exactly. I think that Roman Reigns is probably this will make him a bigger star, and I also believe that he's not going to win. I think that is pretty obvious that he's not coming out with the belt. There's no way.
Yeah, no, I think he's gonna end up getting screwed at something. You know what I mean? Maybe the
Yeah,
League of Nations might have playing that. Vince is definitely gonna have something in that.
yeah. It'll all depend on when Triple H comes back. If we don't see Triple H until the Rumble, I think then Triple H is going to easily be the one who dumps him
That's
out. Throws him.
that's my pick to win the match. Is Triple H. I want Dean to win, but I don't think he's gonna win. My pick is Triple H if he returns.
Yeah, they can go a lot of different ways with it. I mean, when you're looking at it, if I'm looking at people who could obviously win this thing, I mean, I guess we can all go through and say like our top 5 for who we think could win. Everyone's probably got to have Triple H. You could also go with Roman Reigns to make the superhero story right then and there. You could go with someone like Bray Wyatt as a surprise to win. You could go with Brock Lesnar, depending on what you're going to do with him. And I don't know, man. That's tough to say. Or you go with maybe a surprise person who comes out of nowhere to win with all the recent signings and all the news that changes it up. It's real tough to say, man. You can go a lot of different ways if you're creative enough. I just don't know if WWE has it.
AJ comes out and wins the Rumble, dude. I will mark so hard, man.
AJ Lee?
That'll be.
No, not AJ.
I'm kidding.
I'm joking. That was a joke, Animals. I know how you feel about fucking AJ.
Yeah.
But yeah, if AJ Styles, I'm not saying it's like the farthest thing, but if AJ Styles was to win the Royal Rumble, oh my god, that would be fucking. I'm sorry for the language. That would be crazy.
No, go ahead. It'd be awesome to do it. I mean, with WWE's current writing, though, do you think they need a curveball, Angel?
I mean, I don't know. Like,
you're booking it. I'm giving you the book. I'm Vince McMahon. You got the book. What are you gonna do for the Royal Rumble 2016?
I guess. I don't know, because you got a lot of, injury plays a part of this, because a lot of people been out due to injury.
You lost John Cena.
Recent signings. You got people from NXT. A lot of possibilities happen. You could have some legends appear. I mean,
yeah, that's what they always do. They always throw you a nice little memory, and then they get tossed out the next fucking moment.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I don't think that the people who, how do I want to put this? I don't think that the guys who are going to be in the Rumble this year, I don't think we're going to see any surprise entrants. Like, how last year we had Bubba Ray Dudley, but there's not going to be anything like that this year. You have too many people who would want to win this.
Yeah, but then they always fuck somebody over with a spot, so it doesn't, you know what I mean?
But there's nobody, like, usually there's names brewing already, like, oh, they're going to call up Tommy Dreamer, he's in the arena, or he's nearby. Jericho already said he's in, you know what I mean? So I don't think that there's anybody who's not going to be known in there. Like, okay, all right.
Don't be surprised, man.
Yeah, and you have a lot of teams, too. Like, you have 3 people in New Day, you have a bunch of tag teams. Are you going to put them in there? I don't know. It's tough to say.
Ready.
All right, so I guess I'll get everyone's prediction right now as far as the stay-ins. If we do another one of these before, we'll see if it changes based on Raws and stuff, but who's winning the Rumble?
I got Hunter. Man.
Damn, I don't know.
Angel?
Damn.
If the money's on the line, who are you picking right now? Like, okay, I think he's going to win.
I'll say probably Brock Lesnar into the Royal Rumble win.
Oh, he goes with Brock.
That's a bold move, Angel.
If I'm a betting man right now, I'm going to say Triple H. You never bet against the game. Because that man is married to the boss's daughter. He knows what he's doing. And I think that'd be the ultimate revenge for him to do that.
It makes sense. Storyline purposes too, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it'll be another title reign closer to Ric Flair's record too and stuff. It's tough to say. But all right, we'll get into the next topic real quick. We're going to talk about what is the greatest Royal Rumble match in your personal opinion, if you've watched them all. And I think for this one, we're going to kick it off with Angel. I want to hear what he thinks is the greatest Royal Rumble in his opinion. I mean, if you want to talk about some other ones that were great, or we can spew off a few other ones afterwards.
Damn. I mean, Royal Rumble, that was great. I got uh like the Royal Rumble pay-per-view in general, or just the match itself?
That's a good question. Let's keep it to Royal Rumble match. I mean, which one's your favorite Royal Rumble match?
Match. Wow.
If you want, I'll kick it off. I already know what mine is. I got it set up and ready to go, and I know neither of you are gonna pick it.
I gotta think about that. Yeah, you could kick it off.
You got one, Baller, or do you want me to go?
I've got two, and that could be the most.
Go ahead. I'm interested to hear your opinion before I give mine.
I think it was Royal Rumble 07. I think when Taker won.
Okay, tell me why now. You got to give me the reasons here.
Taker mark, and seeing him actually win the Rumble, it was pretty. And the build-up, like the story after that, I think he fought Batista for the world title. Was it? I think so.
So you let the Rumble build play into the afterwards of how much you like the Rumble?
Yeah, so man, because
afterwards affects it?
Without the winner, it's like, it's nothing, you know what I mean? Without building off the winner, if some schmuck wins it, you're not going to really care. Like, if they win it and just don't do nothing, it's like, you know what I mean? That's nothing, man.
I hear you. Okay, so you said you had two. So what do you remember about the 07 one that particularly you loved the most?
Just fucking Taker, man. Sean was there too, I believe.
I thought that ending was great between them both, with the chops and the super kicks, and they're battling back and forth at the end. There was a lot of drama built. I like that one a lot, and I like the throwing Sabu through the table and stuff. They had a lot of cool spots in that one. That one was actually one of those ones that you forget about, but it's actually a sleeper one.
That whole Rumble was a spot, man. There's spots left and right. But
now, what was your second one?
Was it 11? With Edge, when he returned and he won the fucking thing.
Oh, yeah.
That one.
When he came back, I remember that one.
Edge is one of my all-time favorites, and seeing him just, gave you goosebumps, man.
Yeah.
So I honestly didn't return then. That's one of the fewer times that caught me off guard, man.
Yeah, when he came back with the caveman look, I thought Edge did a pretty good job on that one. Yeah, I remember being in a Buffalo Wild Wings. I won't give out my location just yet, but in Buffalo Wild Wings, I remember this little kid crying that John Cena got eliminated at the end, and my friend just laughed so hard I had to hit him. I'm like, dude, you can't laugh. That little kid is feeling heartbroken right now. He was like, he ain't main event WrestleMania this year. Yeah. All right, Angel, are you ready? Do you have a pick now?
I mean, I'm guessing for me, damn, because I like the one where
you got more than
Chris
one.
Benoit won it. The one where Chris Benoit won it.
I think that was 04. That might have been 04.
Chris Benoit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my number 2, man. That's a classic one. I just love how he started at number 1, and I remember that Rumble specifically, not being able to figure out who was going to win that one at all, because I was like, you got Kurt might be able to, you got Rob Van Dam, he could, Jericho, you didn't know where they were going to go, because you were like, there's no one really big in this Rumble, except for Goldberg, and I'm like, I don't think Goldberg's going to win a challenge with Brock. I mean, you thought maybe that would happen, but they told a great story in that Rumble.
And another Royal Rumble one I liked was where Shawn Michaels won it.
Which one? The first one?
Yeah, I think it was the first one.
The one where he started off? When he started the Rumble off and whatnot?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
The one with 1 foot touching, and that was the 1 foot rule?
Yeah, that one, yeah.
I was a little kid when that one happened. I'll never forget. I was so excited. I was watching back in the day when pay-per-view you couldn't get it, so you would watch it on the lines to see maybe if something happened, it would break in. I'm being honest here. So I remember hearing British Bulldog won, and I was like, what? British Bulldog versus Diesel? I was like, nobody's going to want to see this. And then they said, what's Shawn Michaels doing? And he knocked him out, and I was like, what? I thought he was out. And then they did the whole concert. And Shawn Michaels is my favorite wrestler of all time, so I thought that was completely awesome how they did that. They played it off very well. And then when Howard Finkel announced it, and then he posed, and you knew Pamela Anderson was going to manage him, they built it up pretty well, that one.
Yeah.
Now, I got my favorite one. Now, you guys are probably going to know what it is. It's an old school one. Neither of you mentioned it. It's the 1992 Royal Rumble with Ric Flair winning the WWF title. That's the only other Rumble until this year's one where the title was on the line. That Rumble has so many good names in it, from Bret the Hitman Hart. You had Jake the Snake Roberts, Macho Man Randy Savage, Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, Sid Vicious, Sergeant Slaughter. You had Iron Sheik. You had Barbarian. You had so many of the classic wrestlers from the 80s and 90s that it was just great. And then Ric Flair wins the belt finally after talking all that crap for months, being in there. He's the real world champion. And I love how they played it off. He came in at number 3. You got Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan arguing back and forth on the microphone. Bobby Heenan saying how if you let him win, I'll never say another bad thing. Rowdy Piper, it's a kilt, it's not a skirt. Thank you for helping Rick. And then as soon as he hits Ric Flair, he's like, it's a skirt, you freak. No one likes you. They were going in, and Gorilla Monsoon yelling at him, telling him, he was like, I got to go to the ringside area real quick. Sit down. It's just a classic Rumble with such great moments. Hogan gets thrown out and everyone cheers. The moment when everyone started hating Hogan, really. Just a great Rumble, man. Do you guys have any other great Rumble matches that you like or anything else that you want to talk about?
When I asked about the pay-per-view in general, like the last year Royal Rumble, the triple threat match with Rollins, Cena, and Lesnar, that was like amazing match, especially.
I think that's WWE's second best triple threat match ever in history, like hands down.
The best ever triple threat,
second best triple threat match that WWE's done. Number one, I think, is still Rock, Undertaker, Angle. I can't remember. It was like at a Vengeance or something, or a July pay-per-view. That's the best one to me, but this is second best right behind it. It was real close.
And another match I would say is, what was it? I think it was Randy Orton versus Jeff Hardy back in...
Back when they were trying to build Jeff up? Yeah, they had me hyped, man. They had me thinking Jeff was going to win the belt, maybe.
And not only that, because the reason, like, when I was having something earlier when you was about to say, like, who's your favorite wrestler, honestly, to me, it was Jeff Hardy. Like, I don't know why, I just like Jeff Hardy.
I have a question now. Do you think we'll ever see Jeff Hardy back in the WWE ring? Being his history, showing up to Shanghai and whatnot. Just quite frankly,
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say you will see the Hardy Boys back in the ring before you see Jeff Hardy. It'll be Matt and Jeff before it's them.
But being a worker, if I was to work somebody, I found if they were high, I wouldn't want to, work the match. I would, but I wouldn't want to. You know what I mean?
I think he's redeemed himself, though. I mean, he's not a bad guy anymore.
No, he's not a bad guy at all. I'm just saying, is it worth the risk or the money?
Yeah, I mean, Jeff Hardy only has but a few more of those high-risk bumps left in him. So it's up to him if he's going to want to take those bumps to face certain people. Yeah. I think he's got like a TLC match with the Dudleys in there. I think they could really make a tag team if they do that.
Honestly, I could see them coming in, especially since they have the Dudleys now, who now back
Hardy's
in WWE.
Dudleys, and then you put like the Usos and New Day in there. I think that's something that they could do. But I don't know when Jeff Hardy's contract runs out or when Matt Hardy's contract runs out in TNA.
Yeah.
But no one really cares about TNA anymore. I mean, this dude was just like, wasn't he like the GM? Bubba Ray was like the GM of TNA. Then the next week, he was a fucking Dudley boy.
Yeah,
on Raw.
hey, these guys are in it for the money, and I respect it. I mean, if you're in there, you're doing a job for someone. Whoever's gonna pay me the most is getting my time and effort, and I like that wrestling's going back to that again. Kind of like the Monday Night Wars when you don't know when Jericho would show up on Raw or someone else's. With the internet now, they spoil everything, and it just
Yeah, you
leads
can't
to
really.
such horrible things.
Yeah. And that's why people are like it's so predictable. Well, if you didn't read everything offline, you'd probably be surprised half the time.
Yeah,
You know?
just as easy.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time on Twitter and stuff not to spoil stuff for me, but you still run into those same issues.
Like scrolling your newsfeed on Facebook or something, and you'll see just like the whole SmackDown.
Yeah, or a picture of someone who just
When the
debuted.
Dudleys came back to
You're
when they
like,
came back on Raw, that was surprising because
yeah. Well, I
yeah,
guess that'll lead into our next topic, which is the New Japan invasion. WWE basically signed everybody from that New Japan pay-per-view. The rumors are that it's AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, Doc Gallows, and Machine Gun Carl Anderson. That's a great group to have with you. You could do a lot of different things with that group.
Now, are they gonna have to go through NXT, or are they just gonna be on Raw? You know what I
If it's
mean?
up to me, Bullet Club has to have a group possibly. So maybe you could put everyone with Finn Balor, but AJ Styles, who was just kicked out of the group, I think you put him on the main roster immediately. The guy's 30, is he 35 maybe? Around there?
I think so.
He's in his mid-30s, we'll say.
Yeah.
He's not getting any younger. You got to use this guy now while he's in his prime.
I was a bit surprised they tossed Samoa Joe, on just NXT and just left him there. I actually thought he'd like. I understand why they did it, but like I thought he's gonna be main roster. You know what I mean?
He has branding power. I mean, Samoa Joe's not a bad guy. I think that
People know who he is. You know?
yeah, I think that's why they're using him as far as because they remember when they were bringing in like Rhino and Brian Kendrick. It's just name value to say like, okay, you know who these guys are, so they're gonna be on the show.
Yeah. And what's it called? Say something. I forgot. I apologize.
Yeah. So you got to be careful with each of them. But what do you do with the rest of the guys, though? Like, what do you do with someone like a Nakamura who he doesn't? I don't know if he even knows English. Maybe he does. He's got to have some way to communicate. Maybe he knows a little bit enough to communicate with the wrestlers. But what do you do with someone like him? And you got Hideo Itami as well already.
They could get him a translator or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, obviously. But when you're in the ring, you have to communicate to the people. I think that's what holds back the international stars sometimes. Is the fact that they can't communicate back.
What do you mean, though? You mean like cutting spot, like when you're in the ring with somebody trying to call a spot or something?
No. I think they're incredible wrestlers. When you look at guys like Rey Mysterio, Del Rio, and all them, I think the issue with them becoming a top star or becoming the biggest star in WWE is the fact that the English isn't spoken too well. Like, it's weird. When I hear Alberto Del Rio cut a promo on Raw and stuff, I think he speaks very well, clearly. But when he's talking in real life, like on those shoot videos, I'm like, wow, he's really kind of hard to understand when he's speaking fast and stuff. So I think that holds them back from being able to communicate to us. Because when I hear them, sometimes I'm like, yo, these guys are boring. What are you trying to say? Like, spit it out. So I just think they have a difficult time with it. I don't know. Do you guys find it easier to understand foreign wrestlers and stuff?
Not at all. But I think that's where they could take like lessons to learn. I mean.
Yeah, I mean, like, let me ask you this: in your mind, is Sheamus the top guy?
He was a top guy, but I don't know, man. I just don't find him as entertaining anymore.
I've never found him entertaining, to be honest. I mean, he's a great wrestler. That's what I'm saying. On the mic, he doesn't have it.
No.
Same thing.
Kind of needs. What happened?
No, I was gonna say it's like the same thing with Wade Barrett, Rusev, all those guys. Like you have to get past that barrier sometimes, which is difficult.
Yeah.
You could be the top.
Gave Wade Barrett the time, man. If they gave Wade the time, I feel he could,
Yeah,
I feel he could do that.
They messed up with Wade Barrett a long time ago with the Nexus angle. They had that angle done correctly, and they blew it, I feel, with that when they had Cena beat him at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
It ruined him. And then when they could have saved him when he could have won the belt, they didn't do it. They didn't pull it, so they didn't pull the trigger on him. So they blew that one. It
I
just
feel they
frustrates me talking about
if
those
they
time
build
periods
him
between
up
them.
right, I feel he can be a top guy, man. Like more than just that mid card, it is tossing matches. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel bad for. Listen, while we're on it, I guess we can go through the mid card sad stories. I mean, me and Angel have talked about it before. I feel bad for Dolph Ziggler. Like that guy's very
Yeah.
talented, and he's losing to Heath Slater on Raw, dude. Like that really happened. I can't even say it without laughing.
You
Not that
can't
Heath
push
Slater's a
everybody.
bad guy.
Yeah.
They're also talented, but it just very difficult.
But then wait, if you put the title on him, you're gonna have people bitching. Well, why hasn't like Ambrose or like Kevin Owens
That's
gotten
the
the title?
problem with WWE today. The talent pool is so deep that there's a lot of guys that I like. I mean, Cody Rhodes, I think, has a tremendous upside. Whether he's Stardust or not, the guy is good. Like, when he gets in there, he
Another
makes
person
people
that has
better.
really.
Yeah, nah, he's
Well,
in the ring. He's great. On the mic, he's great. I'm just not feeling the Stardust gimmick too much.
Go ahead, Angel. You got someone that you think could be a big star that they don't use properly? Is he still with us?
Oh, yeah, he's there. I see him.
hold on, Weapon. Yeah, sorry. It's like at times it was just act up. But I'm still having it.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's my first time using it, so it's all good. Well, I said,
Right.
is there a star that you think WWE doesn't use properly? Like a mid-card person that you think, hey, they should be in the main event picture or they're better than this?
A person who I see is really talented is like Tyler Breeze.
But they just brought him up. I understand where.
I know, but
I
it's
feel
just
like they
like
should have more
I got to call timeout on this. Hold on.
I wouldn't want to bring up from NXT just to start losing more matches and all that. Like I don't know.
But you can't bring him up just to have him in the as a main eventer. You know what I mean?
I get it.
I'm not saying that, but let the guy win a couple matches so people think he can win a match.
Throw him a bone here and there.
Yeah,
Maybe give him
this
more
dude's
TV.
Ambrose and Dolph Ziggler like it's nothing. Like, okay, where did you come from? NXT, you should go back there and get a couple more wins before you come back up.
Same thing with Neville though. Neville was just this. Neville and Bo Dallas on NXT were like the fucking kings.
Yeah.
They were putting on great matches. Then they come to WWE. I mean, they could
It messed
WWE.
up with Bo Dallas because Bo Dallas should have came in as a face. Like, he was acting like he was just your ultimate good guy, and he's just so disgenuine. Like, he doesn't even mean anything he says, but that's where they screwed up with him. Bo Dallas was I like him as a character. I thought he was funny when they threw him out of the NXT arena and stuff. He's got...
Yeah, no, it was great, man. I don't know. Just...
Neville's pretty good, too. I would love to see Neville become one of those, like, rookies who wins the belt that you never expected to. Like the Mick Foley kind of win. Like, oh, that just happened. But I don't think they'll ever do it because of his size.
I don't know, man. He's more talented than half the guys there. And when, all the big, like, I'm going to say Hulk Hogan, like Brolic, like over like Cena, guys like Cena, most of them are going to be retiring soon. And I think it's mainly going to be the indie guys. And I think size isn't really going to matter anymore, man.
Yeah, hopefully not.
They're going to start more looking at the talent rather than the size.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, I think we got about 2 more minutes left with this. So before we end this, I'm going to ask you guys one last thing. Your WrestleMania card, what does it look like in your head? Now, Angel, I'm going to start with you, so I'm giving you pre-warning right now, so you got time to think for a second.
All right.
What is your WrestleMania card in your head right now? You're the booker. I'm giving you the pencil, and I'm saying, hey, what do you want? What do you think WrestleMania looks like after the Royal Rumble? How do you want to set this up? What would you pay to see? What matches do you want on the network? What would make you pay the $9.99 for WrestleMania?
Damn. Wow. I mean, crap.
I mean, yeah, I'll give you guys some time to think, but that's pretty deep because you got to set up about 4 or 5 matches in your head. But if you had to say what I'm gonna put WrestleMania on, And you
Yeah,
got to take into account all the injuries, Cena's
Yeah,
out,
and
all that
that
same
plays a
stuff.
huge part in it.
yeah.
I
I
mean, you got the
mean,
Battle Royal, too, to throw everyone some money. That
Yeah.
Andre the Giant Memorial, which I think Mark Henry should win. I'm going to say that now, too. If he's
um,
really retiring after WrestleMania, give it to Mark Henry, man. He deserves it.
Yeah, they've done things with Mark Henry. I felt they could have done more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, out of a respect thing, though. I mean, he's retiring, and I think he is one of the most improved guys that I've ever seen start. Because when he first started, he was real, like, I don't know if I like this guy. Then they started
But he
doing
was
little things that I like.
he
Like,
was
they put him in the Nation. I was like, oh, that was cool. Then he was Sexual Chocolate. I was like, okay, that's kind of creepy, but all right, I'll watch it. Yeah, then they put him with Teddy Long. And then all of a sudden, he just got mad, and then he was just the big angry dude, the silverback mercenary, whatever they want to call him.
Came out to 3-6 Mafia.
Yep, and then
Yeah.
I was there when he won the world title the first time. I thought that was great. We went crazy for him in the crowd in Buffalo.
Oh, you just gave it up, man. You said you weren't going to give it up.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, I'm from Buffalo. Go Bills next year.
I'm a Knicks fan.
All
I
right,
can't
Angel.
say anything.
Angel, I gave you enough time, dog. It's time. What's your WrestleMania card looking like? Oh, don't start with the grabbing of the nose and the eyes, man. You know what time it is. Come on, putting you on the spot.
I mean, well, I know Sin Cara is injured, but if he makes a
Done, bro. Nice try. He's done.
yeah, nice try. All right. I mean, I could probably see someone probably like Kalisto win the U.S. like being in the United States match. You know, damn.
I like that.
But
I think he's your next Rey Mysterio. I can dig that. But who's your main event though? What are you selling the pay per view on?
main event, damn.
I mean, you got Undertaker. You got a lot of different people you can still work with. It's just what do you do with them?
Main event, damn. I'll probably go with. I don't know, like the way it's feuding like between the McMahon family and Roman, probably have something. Damn, hold on. I don't know.
I wouldn't mind seeing Kevin Owens versus either Taker or Brock. You know what I mean? Give him one of the
I agree, and I think they're setting him up for that. The way they've been building him a little bit, like it seems like they're trying to present him differently. Like, yo, this guy is legit crazy. He will hurt you if he gets the chance to.
Yeah, I think it's gonna end up being Dean versus Owens. I wouldn't mind seeing that match, to be honest with you.
I think that's going to happen as the lead up, but I think Kevin Owens is going to fight either Taker or Brock.
I wouldn't mind seeing that at all, man. I'd vote for that.
What about all right, so who else do we have that we didn't book? What about Bray Wyatt? I mean, what do you have someone like him do?
But first, you'd have to put him on TV a little bit.
I mean, they've been having the Wyatt family get their wins. You know what I mean? Like the Dudley boys and all them tried to make sure they were taken care of.
I felt they lost the hype they had when they first started. Just because I'm gonna blame him.
That I think right here's the chance you have to give him that big win, though. You just got to book him against someone he can beat.
Who would be the W though to really set Bray off again?
That's
the thing.
All right, I'm gonna tell you how. If I'm booking WrestleMania, if I got the pen and paper, here's how I would do it. Main event match is gonna go down as. This is so tough. All right, so I'm gonna say it's for the world title, and you go with. You gotta go. For some way, I'm gonna just throw it out there. It's gonna be Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe for the world title. How I would set it up is Triple H hires Samoa Joe as his gun. The only person who wasn't in Rock's family that's Samoan. And he said, this guy's going to take you out. He's my NXT boy. They show him doing the little, the little pack shit that they all do. You say, that's my boy. He's going to come out and he's going to take you out. That's the main event. Because Triple H can't really go as far as he wants to. Maybe you have Dean Ambrose fight Triple H to help put Ambrose over. You know what I mean? Ambrose tries to help Dean. That goes into that match. Then you go with Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar will fight Bray Wyatt. That'll lead up to the build-up. Brock's never fought someone who's super creepy. And, you know, he can act like he's not scared of it all. My plan would be for in the Rumble. Remember how you were saying the CM Punk Straight Edge Society stuff? The Wyatt family jumps Brock in the Rumble. Brock tosses all of them out. And then they all come back in like they're not supposed to. And he gets dumped for
it. I get
that. No, go ahead.
I thought you were going to play like a legacy type thing, where he eliminates all of them, then he just gets tossed out by Bray.
Yeah, I mean, either way, you could do something like that, but I think it has to be some fishy business where Brock gets eliminated where it's like, oh, that shouldn't have happened that way. That's messed up. And then Brock wants his revenge on him. And in the end, I think you must have Bray Wyatt beat Brock Lesnar. It won't hurt Brock. I promise everyone. He can come out the next night and destroy someone for all I care. He will be fine if he loses to Bray. Bray needs the W more than Brock does at this point.
He needs any W he can get at this point. Because he's feeding into obscurity, and it's just like, I don't know what's going on with him anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely.
He's one of those guys who were like really cool when they debuted, but like they just fucked him up, man.
Yeah.
I feel like he's gonna end up being one of those guys.
And then for Kevin Owens, I book Kevin Owens versus The Undertaker. I think that you just go with that match. You have Owens. You can even. I don't know if Taker's gonna take that powerbomb on the apron, but I'd ask him if he would. I'd be like, "You gonna take this for me?" You can have him kick out of it, whatever it may be. You know, Taker's WrestleMania pride's on the line, whatever it is. I think that could be a good storyline. And Owens is such a great heel.
But Owens would have to slow down. He can't do half the shit he does with the younger talent. You know what I mean? Because Taker isn't the same, you know, dead man he used to be. He isn't the same phenom he used to be.
I think Owens is good enough, though, that he can prove it to them that he can do it. He reminds me of Punk a lot. Like, when you look at them, you're like, I don't know how much they're going to be able to do. But when you actually watch them wrestle, you're like, whoa, that dude's probably one of the best wrestlers I've ever seen.
Yeah. No, he's great in the ring. He's not the best. I like his mic skills. I'd give it like a 7.5. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a lot of people hype him, you know, yeah.
He's a good wrestler. I liked him on NXT. He told a great storyline. I mean, even if you could have him fight Sami Zayn, that's what I thought that maybe they would do, but I don't think they're ready for that just yet.
Is it?
No, go ahead. What were you about to say?
Oh, forget it. It's okay.
Yeah. NXT announced 2 matches, too. I guess I'll bring that up real quick. Did you guys see that today on the Twitter page or whatever? I saw it on one of my wrestling websites I go to. They announced Bayley is going to fight Carmella at one of the shows for the belt, and then the other one was #1 contender Samoa Joe and Sami Zayn. So that sounds off the chain.
Do you think they're going to have Bayley drop it and come up to the main roster? Or?
No, she's not ready yet. And that's another thing.
You don't think?
No, I don't think she's ready yet. I think she's carrying that division right now, and until you find the solid next person who's going to carry it, you can't do it yet. I think you need to start building some of these other girls up as far as who can take her spot right now.
Speaking of divas, and speaking of, you know, in the past, you're speaking of the WrestleMania, what would you book for the divas matches? And would you book 2 divas matches?
I think that I would go with, personally, a triple threat match at this point between Sasha, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch. It's the way to go, I feel. If you stick with the storyline of Becky and Charlotte will go at it for a month or 2, Sasha gets her big match, and then maybe they screw her out of it, and then at WrestleMania you put the belt on Sasha Banks.
Who would you book to win? Oh, yeah.
Yes, I give it to Sasha. I think she's the best, but...
Sasha's the shit, man.
Yeah, I also think she's fine too, but that's neither here nor there. I would book her to win either way though, because she's real talented, and I like Becky Lynch. I would even say if you want to spice Raw up one night, let Becky Lynch beat Charlotte for the belt out of nowhere. Like, whoa, what was that? Have her do it.
Man, think she's ready to be Divas champion? Like just right now?
Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think all those girls are ready. To me, what's holding them back are the other divas from the past. No offense to them, but they're not
You
as
don't
good.
you think they should take the title off Charlotte just yet? I think they should give her a little bit, let her hold the title for a little longer, man.
Um,
At least till like after the Rumble. I think that'll be,
yeah,
because she's
yeah.
just
I
won
mean,
it.
I'm fine with that. What's that pay per view in between now? Is that Fastlane or what is
It's
it?
fast.
Yeah, I'm so old that I remember all the old names. So whatever that pay per view is in February, maybe you could do it then. You got a lot of
Yeah.
ways to go. However you want to set it up. They might even just do Charlotte versus Sasha 1-on-1. I can see
I
it
wouldn't mind,
happening that way too.
but yeah,
Yeah, you can take advantage of a lot of the pre-show matches and all that stuff. But let
yeah.
me ask you this then: who's next to get called up from NXT then? That if you're picking 1 to 3 guys, let's say, who's ready to come up right now immediately? And I know we're all going to say the same one for one of them, and it's a tag team. Go ahead.
Can we pick divas as well?
You can pick whoever you want from NXT. Hold on, let's let
I
Angel
got
kick
Finn.
it off. I'm tired of Angel not being able to give us anything when we first kick it to him. He's laughing.
Alright. Tag team. I mean, there's 2 tag teams I would like to see in the main roster. One would be Enzo and Big Cass.
Surprise, surprise. They're ready.
Yo, oh my God, they're my favorite tag team in anything WWE's doing right now. I
Yeah.
think they're the most
Someone I
entertaining
talked to
tag.
last night out of you two said that they were this generation's New Age Outlaws. I don't
I
remember who.
would
I didn't say
I would
that, but
agree.
to a certain extent with that. You know what I mean? I don't feel
Because
that
Big Cass is Billy Gunn. He has the ability to wrestle, and Enzo is Road Dogg because he's got all the mic skills you would ever want. He talks so much. He
Yeah.
talks trash so good.
I love Enzo and Road Dogg as both. They were both fantastic on the mic. But I don't feel Big Cass and Enzo are as ruthless as the New Age Outlaws were. You know what I mean?
They're not
They're
as
not,
what? Say that
they're
again.
not as ruthless.
Oh yeah.
I said
Well,
they're not as
different era, man.
Yeah.
yeah.
You can't push
They're more,
dumpster
I
on
feel
that stage.
factors a lot more. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Promos and shit is gold, man.
Yeah. Who was your other tag team, Angel?
Um, it would be Jason Jordan and Chad Gable.
Oh man, those are my boys. I think you leave them down there though. I think they need a long run with the tag belts.
Damn, I don't know, cause I don't know. I just feel like they're gonna like if they get to the main roster, they're gonna like bring the tag division up a lot.
If this show starts taking off, I'm giving a bold prediction right now. Chad Gable is the next Kurt Angle. I'm calling it. That dude is that good. He's small, but I don't care. He's that good. That match with Rhino and Baron Corbin is when I noticed it. I was like, oh yeah, he's good. He's too good.
Oh yeah.
Anyone else? Now, Balla, I know you got some different opinions. Who are you calling up from NXT? Who's ready?
I'd bring Finn. I'd bring Bailey.
Who?
And the next one, Bailey.
Okay.
And I'd bring, this isn't a person, but it's a team. I'll bring Enzo and Cass. I feel all 4 of those people are ready.
Yeah.
I felt they've done what they needed to do, and they've proven themselves. And they're just ready to go.
Yeah. I will agree with you guys on the tag team aspect. Enzo and Big Cass are definitely ready. For selfish reason, I would keep Jordan and Gable on NXT just because I don't want to see them go, and I love their comeback sequence of Jason Jordan ripping down the whatever they are, the straps like he's Kurt Angle and he's Taz flexing everybody. I don't know. I just like them as a team. Finn Balor's ready. I mean, I heard that they purchased their name rights to the Bullet Club. If you can do that, that would be amazing. I would love it if they are able to do that.
NXT, or would you do that with Raw?
No, Raw. No. They come up like the NWO, man. I think you do it right if you're going to do it. And then they take over everything, and they're Triple H's boys. You could have put them with the Authority, like, yeah, the Authority's got our back. Change Raw up a little bit. I think Samoa Joe's ready. I don't know if they're going to bring him up, though. And Sami Zayn's another one I think is ready, but I think now they're going to keep him down there because of his injury.
Yeah. I was so pissed they let go of Chris Hero, man. They could have really.
I think he can come back though, man. He reminds me a lot of Cesaro. You know, Cesaro got fired by them before too.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
But
so and he's a great wrestler, man.
so,
Speedy recovery to him too, man. But
Yeah.
we'll see how it turns out. But I want to thank you guys for coming on, speaking on the podcast. I'm gonna get ready to end this bad boy here for 10:45 Eastern time. But first, let me give a shout outs to my man Angel. Say whatever you want. Let the people know anything you want them to know. If you want them to follow you or anything.
Um, One big thing, I'm gonna give a shout out to our league and on PlayStation. We XGW. You know, they're my family, another family of mine. You know, great.
No doubt.
Uh, give a shout out to everybody who's watching. Everybody has different opinions. It's ours. Just can't wait
Yeah,
for Royal Rumble and um, just to be an idiot. Sponsored. There you go. WWE 2K16.
yeah. One day we'll have to get on here and talk about that game. We'll get into that another day. Balla, you got any shout outs you want to do?
follow me on Instagram at the Nelson Bala. I need more followers, and I'd like to thank you, Animals, for having me on here. It was pretty fun, and yeah, I'll do this anytime, man. Just let me know.
Yeah, I'll try and start doing it maybe Tuesdays or Wednesdays after Raw. I'm just trying to get a feel for this, see how the Google Hangouts works. I appreciate everyone who watches my videos, anyone who ever clicks on my stuff. I appreciate all the wrestlers who actually do the wrestling. So thank you guys very much. And when we talk about this stuff, it's just our opinions. I don't want you to think that I know anything about wrestling. I am no wrestler. I don't know everything about wrestling, the end all be all, the inner workings. If something's a rumor, it's a rumor to me. But we're going to talk about whatever happens in the professional wrestling business as it comes to us. So I want to thank everyone who watched this, and Animals out.